Hello everyone, this is Jeff at divinecosmos.net, and this is a reading of my article entitled The Mechanics of Reality Creation, published on April 15th, 2016. As always, my articles are simply my perspective that I share in the spirit of discovery and empowerment. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Enjoy. The Mechanics of Reality Creation. In this article, I'm once again exploring one of my favorite topics, manifestation. It's a favorite of mine for two reasons. Number one, my personal experiences have convinced me that it is very real. The correlation between my thoughts and desires and what appears in my life has been undeniable. And number two, the topic is so empowering and important. Realizing your creatorship can dramatically change your life and even the world. And what could be more important than that? One of the most epic things about awakening to the wider reality and your wider, higher self is that you come to know that you are a creator and that you are creating every aspect of your personal reality. By embracing your creatorship and understanding the laws of creation, you open the door to freedom and limitlessness. And by stepping through this door, you step into your full power. For those who have not yet discovered their creatorship, as amazing as it sounds, you are creating your reality with your thoughts and beliefs. This is not the objective reality that, up until now, your senses have seemed to indicate and that you have assumed it was. It's more like a virtual reality, one in which your thoughts control what appears in the game, but in a very fascinating way. What appears is a reflection of your most predominant thoughts and beliefs. You could think of it as a movie in which you are both the director and the lead actor, because you are literally directing the movie of your life, whether you're aware of it or not. How is this possible? Let's dive in. Beyond space and time. Our true essence is as beings that exist in a realm beyond space and time, a realm where all exists at once. Our true selves are simply threads of universal consciousness, streams of energy and information. We exist within the great conceptual space of the cosmic mind, within an infinite matrix of information. Space and time are constructs that provide a unique and delicious environment for us to play in. This environment provides experiences of a type unlike anything in our native realms. It provides linear experiences. Linear experience is one that gives the impression of progressing, of becoming, of time passing, and of continuity and causality. Linear continuity and causality is the perception that A leads to B, which then leads to C. That each successive state, A, B, C, was a result of the prior state. This is causality. And that state changes smoothly and progressively. This is continuity. Note that I said perception of continuity and causality, an inference that this may not be as real as we think. And indeed it isn't. It's just a very convincing illusion. The illusion of linear experience is produced by a process akin to a movie projector. With a film projector, a movie experience is produced by showing the individual frames of the film in rapid succession, creating the illusion of motion and time for the viewer. But of course, all the frames are absolutely still images, and they all exist simultaneously. The projectionist can take out the film, spread it on the floor, and view all those frames at the same time. The experience of our linear reality is produced in a similar manner. Our earthly consciousness, which is a thread and focal point of awareness of universal consciousness, is viewing individual still frames of reality in rapid succession, billions of times per second, thus creating the illusion of our linear experience. Each of the frames of reality is a completely static composition of information which our consciousness is viewing. And guess how these frames of reality that you are viewing are composed? Your thoughts and beliefs create and or select portions of the information that are included in these frames. You are composing each successive frame of your reality with your own thoughts. You are creating and directing the movie of your life. It's like a game where you control what shows up on the screen, and hence what you experience. And the rules of the game are the laws of conscious creation. The illusion of time, continuity, and causality. Time as we understand it is just an illusion. Time is not flowing. What is actually happening is our focal point of consciousness is moving or stepping through the information that represents each moment of our reality. This is what produces the impression of time. And believe it or not, even the continuity that we experience is actually optional. If you suddenly make a discrete shift in your beliefs, you will experience a sudden discrete shift in your reality. Just as a movie can suddenly shift from one scene to a totally different scene. You are not obligated to go from one frame to another frame that is almost the same. There is nothing that is enforcing continuity except our own belief and expectation of it. We are creating all of it with our thoughts and beliefs. And for the same reason, the past has absolutely no effect on the present, except to the extent that you believe it does. By steadfastly believing that the present is the result of the past, we are perpetuating the illusion of linear causality. Cause and effect as we know it does not really exist. The true cause of everything that appears in your reality is your thoughts and beliefs. Those who have enough faith in their creatorship and mastery of the laws of creation are able to manifest abrupt discontinuities into reality. Those with this level of mastery have historically been few and far between. And those who have witnessed these events have commonly referred to them as miracles and magic. This is what miracles and magic are. They are a manifestation of discontinuities into reality. Most people who have witnessed events like these are amazed, and most people who have heard about events like these are very skeptical, because things like this are not supposed to be possible. Most are completely convinced by the illusion of linear time and causality and believe that these are absolute fundamental properties of reality. But of course, as we know, they are not. They're simply beliefs and expectations that attract experiences consistent with them into reality. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you could completely suspend your disbelief in what I've been telling you about the mechanics and laws of reality creation, if you could totally embrace your creatorship, you could manifest miracles just like one of the all-time masters did. Just like Jesus did. That's why Jesus said, with faith you can do these things and more. Jesus deeply understood what he was, and he completely embraced his creatorship without a shadow of a doubt, and hence he could manifest miracles. The laws of creation are fundamentally simple. Your predominant thoughts and beliefs attract similar events, circumstances, people, ideas, and things into your experience. Yet full mastery of your creatorship can be quite challenging because there are many nuances and stumbling blocks. Here are some of the most important. Your thoughts are the primary mechanism of creation, and the more focus and attention that you give to those thoughts, the more creative power they have. Hence the golden rule. Give plenty of focus and attention to what you want. A major stumbling block related to this is focusing on what you don't want rather than what you do want. Many of us have the insidious habit of worrying about all the things that might go wrong, what we don't want, and it is killing our creative power. The universe doesn't understand the difference between I don't want XYZ and I want XYZ. In both cases, you are drawing XYZ into your experience. This is why worrying is such a major stumbling block and is one of the main reasons why many of us aren't manifesting effectively. The golden rule: focus on what you want, not on what you don't want. Another major stumbling block related to focus is our insidious habit of focusing on what is and what was, basically living in the past, rather than imagining how you want it to be. We are constantly perpetuating more of the same with this mode of thinking. This is why our reality changes very slowly, if at all. The golden rule: pay less attention to what is and more to imagining it the way you'd like it to be. Another element that is critical to the effectiveness of your manifesting is your beliefs. Your beliefs shape and constrain the thoughts that you have. And here's the tricky part. Most of our beliefs are subconscious and significantly limiting what we consider possible and hence what we can manifest into our reality. Unconscious limiting beliefs are another major stumbling block that is killing your manifestation power. The golden rule: identify, inspect, and release any beliefs that do not serve you. Another important element to manifestation is emotion. The emotion associated with your thoughts is where most of the energy and creative power of thought comes from. Invoking strong positive emotions like excitement, passion, joy, gratitude, and appreciation, along with your thoughts, will fully empower them. This is why worrying about what you don't want is so unproductive. The worrisome thoughts are usually associated with fear, and fear is a very strong negative emotion, which means you are powerfully attracting what you don't want. Always express strong positive emotions when thinking about what you want. And here's a tip. If what you're thinking about is invoking negative emotions, then you are probably thinking about something that you don't want. So stop it. Another powerful element of manifestation is your words. The thoughts you speak out loud are announcements to the universe of your thoughts, beliefs, and expectations. Choose your words very carefully because they're like orders to the universe. The golden rule: keep every word you speak as positive as possible. A major stumbling block related to this is talking about what you're worried about, what you don't want, and or complaining about what you don't like. Both of these habits are extremely disempowering, so stop it. Another very important element for powerful manifestation is the strong expectation that you will receive what you desire. If you don't completely believe and expect that what you are imagining will appear, then your manifestation power is greatly reduced. This is why faith and trust are so important and have been so widely discussed and emphasized. The opposite of faith and trust is doubt, and it is a major stumbling block and very disempowering. These are but a few of the most important elements of how we create our reality. There is so much more to it, and I'll be exploring these in future articles, as well as in my upcoming book, tentatively entitled Mastering Manifestation, the art and science of deliberate creation. Follow the blog to stay tuned. The game of life. We have all been playing a game of pretending to be human with blindfolds on. And now we're starting to awaken and discover that we're in a game already in progress and that we can change it. That we control what shows up on our screen and hence what we experience. What a marvelous game. How could we devise a better game than this to perfect ourselves? It's like the ultimate feedback training system, and it's eminently fair. What you predominantly think about, you get. What you are is reflected back to you. Your reality is like a mirror. If you think about crap, you get crap. If you think about wonderful things, you get wonderful things. In a sense, we're getting exactly what we deserve. Or at least exactly what we need to clearly see ourselves and hence have the opportunity to change ourselves if we don't like what we see. It's an eminently fair and effective training program, a very exciting, informative game, and you are a player in it. Once you realize that you're a player and you figure out what the rules of the game are, you have an opportunity to start playing the game at a whole new level. You can become a master player and custom make your reality. Why not have fun with this and see how far you can go with the highest thoughts that you can imagine? Envision the most delicious possibilities reflected in your life. Imagine and expect the very best results. Pay no attention to what is or what was. Just imagine it the way you want it to be. And don't forget that your passion, joy, gratitude, and appreciation add power to what you have created through your imagination and draw it into your experience even more quickly. Play the game with wonder, joy, and abandon and become a master player. How do you know when you've attained mastery? When you're creating wonderful experiences for yourself and everyone around you on a constant basis. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this article, you might consider subscribing to my blog to get notified when I post new articles. Go to http://divinecosmos.net to subscribe and to check out my other articles.